Not like it. The thing is, right? When you go and bike or go anywhere, it's a lot fucking cheaper. Like I'm going to Taco Bell again, and it will cost me probably at maximum $14 to pay on the app, versus literally paying like going in store or essentially ordering delivery is egregious. And I'm like, okay, cool. I want Taco Bell. I want boba. Is it gonna mess me up? Yes. Is it going to be tasty? No. Is it going to fill me up? Also, probably not. So, why am I getting it? I don't actually fucking know. At this point, I'm kind of talking myself away from getting Taco Bell, but it's like closer than the other alternative. Like it literally is. Like my other alternatives, it's literally like eat my meal prep, which is actually pretty bomb. But I'm lazy and I don't like eating my meal prep in the morning. It's, it's like fucked. Like I don't know why. Like I probably because I don't work out on the weekends. Besides, like if I bike, and as you can see, the weather is actually pretty good compared to the last few days. But I just don't want to fucking like. I want to treat my body like a garbage disposal sometimes, and it's bad. It's fucking bad. The thing about Taco Bell is, unless I'm on the road, that don't like. I've like learned to like Taco Bell a lot more outside of my city, like on my state. And it's very sad because I've tasted it and I was like, this tastes so good. It actually tastes like real food. And sometimes it just tastes like hot garbage. But then again, Taco Bell has that medium point where it's like, it's either all right or it tastes like the worst thing you've ever eaten. And I'm vegan, so I can't really get a lot of things at Taco. Well, I can get a lot of things at Taco Bell, but I can't get a lot of things at Taco Bell. Meaning, I think they just made like some roll dippers or whatever. Like it's a basically like a wet burrito or enchilada, but you can dip it. And the thing is, I can't have it because again, it's a mountain of cheese. So the only way I can theoretically just remake it at home, but I would just have to buy like burrito wraps and all this stuff. Well, burrito wraps, tortillas. Calling a tortilla a burrito wrap is egregious, but I would have to buy that. And then essentially just do a lot of other stuff, which means I would essentially buy all the ingredients for a taco or a burrito. Probably a burrito because I'm getting a big wrap. Also have some wraps in the fridge, which I don't know when their expiration date is. I'm just gonna think they're expired. I'm gonna look at them before I leave. I'm gonna throw those shits out. But if they're expired. But the thing is, I don't want to do all that work because then which again, I've cooked last week, which was making pizza, which theoretically is cooking. It's not. It is because you have to make dough, you have to budget. Well, if you're actually a good person, you make your tomato sauce as well. I was lazy and I did not do that. But yeah, the only thing you're really making, at least for me, is the fucking pizza dough. Like I just made the pizza dough and called it a day. And the cheese and the tomato sauce, I basically just got. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was basically sauce you would use for pasta. Is it egregious? Yes. Was I lazy and didn't want to buy tomatoes to make tomato sauce again? Yeah. Like it wasn't bad. It was just a dough was thick as fuck, which usually I like. But I didn't have the amount of tomato sauce like to dough ratio. Like it wasn't that thick, and I like my shit thick, so it wasn't. It was good. Lasted me all of like 3 days after I put it away, because I ate like a good portion of it on Wednesday. Tuesday. I finished all of it on Tuesday. Wednesday, I made my onion rings because yes. Wednesday, I made my onion rings, which making vegan onion rings is also something that's very weird. Why am I talking about that? I'm off script right now. What am I doing? Whatever. We're gonna continue this. So I made my vegan onion rings. The thing is that there is a lot of different substitutes when it comes to like eggs, I guess. And there you can use like just egg, which if you can find the Just Egg cartridge, like the liquid one, good on you. I can never find it anymore. Like I feel like they just took it from stores. But you can find it cool because there's nothing liquid wise. So like when I looked up what to use, it was like, yeah, you can use applesauce, which truthfully speaking, you can use applesauce, but it definitely just makes your onion rings way more sweeter, which probably over seasoned or salted, like the breading essentially. And it's also a lot of breading uses eggs. They use dairy as well, so they use milk in the breading. Why? I don't know, but they use a lot of stuff like that. So I can't even use like breadcrumbs. So what I had to use was panko. I had to use panko breadcrumbs, whatever you call it. I don't know, panko. I used panko, which didn't stick as much, and also it didn't give it the color of like that golden brown, at least for me. Probably because I was baking it versus frying it. Baking is healthier because I'm not using a bunch of fucking oil. And the main reason I didn't use oil or fry them is mainly because of the fact that I didn't want to deal with having to throw out oil. So that's the main reason. I had nothing else to do anything else. I just didn't want to deal with having to throw out oil, because if you've never dealt with oil, you cannot just use it a different way, because you're usually always going to have extra oil after you fry something. And what I was taught was to make sure the oil, and then probably put in like a plastic bag. Also make sure to put a bunch of like paper towels in there, try to make it absorb it, and throw away that plastic bag, put it in the trash. You do not flush it because it can fuck up your shit. But that was the thing. Like, that was how I was taught to do it. I don't know if there's an actual procedure how to do it, but that's the thing. I don't want to deal with that, so I was like, fuck it, we're just making it. I don't think I've ever really fried anything in my life anyway, because I just don't want to deal with oil. Like, I'll deal with oil when it comes to like just cooking, but I never put enough oil where it doesn't get used always. So it's never that. But yeah, it went, like I said, it was made fine. It was just really sweet. So because of the fact that like the liquid portion, the wet portion was the applesauce, I could have also gotten unsweetened applesauce, but also I wanted to eat the applesauce because I knew I wasn't gonna use it all. So that was my reasoning for not getting unsweet applesauce. I'm a fiend for applesauce. And I also tried golden, like, or sun kiss, whatever, like sun gold, something gold kiwis. They're not bad. It's very much citrusy. And ever since I got my snake eyes, citrus and I have not been friends. Like, I don't know why that was a thing, but as soon as I got my snake eyes, I could not really stand citrus as a whole. So I can't eat oranges. I can't really eat tangerines. Like, I have a visceral reaction. And like I said, it only happened after I got my snake eyes. And Citrus and I hated each other. You know, Citrus probably doesn't hate me. I also don't hate Citrus. I can't take Citrus because it just makes me want to throw up. But yeah, let's actually get to the script. The funny thing was, I was like having this discussion with myself, which I do. But I was having this discussion with myself, and I was like, fuck it, we're just going to add it to the video. Not knowing that we are 8 minutes in, and I am just talking about things that are not on my script or anything that is part of this video. I just want to talk about it because, like I said, I'm planning to go to Taco Bell, but I might not go to Taco Bell. But like Uber Eats has a sale. Well, it's not really a sale. They're just trying to make you send money. The thing is, you spend more money with their 15% off, right? Because it was like 15% off if you spend $25. The thing is, you get just the $25 mark. Most of the time, you're not trying to spend $25. Let's be honest. Most of the time, you're probably spending something. Like, the thing is, I would just get fucking Taco Bell. I wouldn't order Taco Bell. I would like there. After realizing that it's smarter just to get it, because if like I've actually tested it, like my Taco Bell when I order it versus my Taco Bell when I like just go to the store and get it, is a million times different because it's fresher when I pick it up versus me getting from the store, like me ordering because they don't give a fuck. But I wouldn't do that. I would probably just do something for boba because I also want boba. But boba is also two completely different areas for the Taco Bell versus boba. So I'd have to like go a distance just to get it. But it's fine. But also like I'm craving fries. Taco Bell fries don't hit that well. Like I feel like in order to make Taco Bell fries hit, I would have to get the fries and then immediately put it in the oven. And the bad thing about Taco Bell fries too is that they're expensive. Like they're $3 for a large, and it's not like you're getting a lot of fries, like at all. You're getting a very small amount of fries for that large, right? It's not. I could literally, because also I saw checking on it. So theoretically, I can get Taco Bell, buy Checkers, get it for sale, get just the fries, hopefully see boba in the thing, and just go home, pick up my fucking Checkers from the app, spending money on Checkers or spending money on Uber Eats, which is also not good because Uber Eats just overcharges most of the time. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's actually do the script before my voice. Also, I have not had problems with my voice, besides like a few things, but I'm gonna have problems, and it's already like rearing its ugly head. I've been making content on this channel for a bit of time, which I'm really happy I'm able to continue to upload content. I also feel like the content I am uploading is getting better as time goes. But truthfully, I don't really know if that is true. There have been audio issues, scripts haven't been the best, and then sometimes work has been in the way of uploads. I initially uploaded once a week, but changed it because I was led to believe I would be going on tour. I changed it to every 2 weeks so I had time to bulk up on video so I didn't have to leave heaps with nothing. I believe right now I'm about like 2 to 3 months ahead with content. But if I did go on tour, I would still be behind because a lot of tours usually go for 4+ months. If I get the tour I just applied for, then it would probably be a lot longer. That means that it would be really hard to actually be up to date if I decide to go on, let's say, a 6 month tour. The most I can do is get one more month, unless I record twice a week, but then I wouldn't have any freedom to do anything. But truthfully, I wouldn't really plan to do that unless I know I'm going on tour. I say this, but at this current point, I'm on my second video of the week. The video after my last one was 5 minutes, so I wanted to make a video that was longer than that. It always feels weird not to record on the weekends, so this is the main reason I'm doing 2 videos this week. Anyway, I do enjoy making content because I do stream a good amount, and I felt like I didn't want my YouTube channel to be empty. At first, I was just uploading my streams to my page, just like everyone else, and then that evolved into editing my VODs to make it more of a full gaming experience. That in itself took a lot of time because I had to download full VODs, which was about 7 hours per VOD, so the longer the game, the longer it took to edit it. I truthfully want nothing to do with that content again because it takes 3 times as long to edit compared to my current videos. Now, I guess the question is, why did I stop doing my full game type of videos? Like I just said, it just took way too long to complete. It was also hard to gauge where the video split from a let's play to a comedy game play video. A lot of creators I watched that made full gameplay videos would play the game to completion and then make a script over the video. The thing is, I streamed all the games, so it wasn't possible for me to make a script for a video when I was talking about something random. I was sharing my content to a lot of content creators, and I believe I was making content in a time where meme edits were still prevalent. I never fell into the trend because I didn't really care enough to do all that. It is just a ton of stress trying to decide what is best for the video, so I changed up my content. I do enjoy the content I make now since it makes me use my creative writing degree that I haven't used since I graduated. I write scripts, but don't really have the best type of pacing or themes because I'm a lazy piece of shit, but I plan to get better with it as time comes. My biggest thing right now is trying to sound like I'm not a robot. It's funny because it wasn't until I started making videos that I realized it is easy to tell when people are reading off a script. People will sound very robotic. It doesn't sound like there is emotion when they are speaking. I also deal with this, but I tend to have to choose between robotic and reading without mistakes, or emotions and a bunch of retakes. I'm also happy I edit my videos because otherwise it would be just like my stream where I'm failing at pronouncing one word. Streaming is a different beast because I'm someone that if there's a cutscene, I'll probably go on my phone to read manga or respond to an email. I listen in to the audio, but I know I'm not fully taking in everything. I'm trying my best to focus more on the cutscene, but I just feel like if I just save it for my breaks, then I'll miss out on a ton of content. Truthfully, I know it doesn't make any sense, but when you stream for 7 hours, you miss a lot of things when it comes to updates and other parts of life. Now, you may have realized that most streamers don't really take breaks. For the most part, they will just eat on stream when they are hungry, and when they want a break, they'll just end stream. I rather just take breaks so I can work out and prep my food after stream. Yes, I work out during my breaks. I do it mainly so I stay fit, and also because I don't really want to work out after or before stream. Technically, I do work out before stream, but I don't do the full workout before stream because it's just too much. I did try to go to the gym, but the thing is, a lot of the times machines you want will be in use. It's funny because I got a membership and then basically canceled after 2 to 3 weeks because most of the time I was just doing cardio and working out my legs. I was mainly doing that because the machines I wanted were always in use. But the Stairmaster never was. Just to give context, like there would be like I think it was like 5 Stairmasters, like set whatever it's called, and it would be maybe two people on it, and I'd be the third person. So there'd still be more Stairmasters. And I'm just like, why am I spending 15 minutes on it? I was like, well, I'm gonna wait anyway. Let me spend 15 minutes on it. You know what I did right after? I went on the bike. So immediately after doing that, I immediately went on the bike. It was always like that in the gym. Legitimately, it was always like that. It just didn't feel like a good idea to spend money for a membership and not work out when I wanted to work out. So I canceled my membership, which felt like hell since you pay more to cancel than you do to join. But I would just not go into that. I went back into working out at home, and it's been going better since I got a resistant bar, and that has been helping out with my pecs. Back on to the topic of once I discovered what I wanted to stream, it was just so much easier. I also removed a lot of stress of streaming because I stopped caring about the whole growth aspect of streaming. That means I don't look at viewer count, analytics, and I also don't rate out. I literally play a soundtrack when I end, and after some time passes, I press the stream button on the stream dial. The reason I don't raid out is because I'd rather just end and not have to look for someone to raid, especially if it is a person I don't watch. I do like the idea of passing off the stream to someone playing the same game as you, but if the person isn't someone that you vibe with, why pass your community to them? Again, raiding to an unknown person is a big gamble because you don't know what the person is going to say once they accept the stream and continue on with what they are doing. It's always a big gamble, which is why a lot of people will just raid someone they know. I just never cared to do it, so I just stopped doing it after a bit and never looked back. But the best thing I get from streaming is the ability to play and beat a good amount of games. You can tell I'm a small streamer, so I don't look at it for money, but as a hobby that I do a ton. I mainly stream so I can play a bunch of games that I wouldn't finish without streaming. I really only have the attention span to play a game for about max 2 to 3 hours, but streaming I can do it for as long as I plan to stream. I think it's because I dedicate time aside to stream. It would be weird to stop when I said I would stream for a specific amount of time. Like, I have no idea how I was able to stream Divinity Original Sin 2 for 24 hours, but I did it, and I didn't even make a dent in the game during that stream. It's still one of my favorite games, even though it took me a while to finish, because you can definitely build badly in that game and play wrong. I just try to play as many games as possible, but one at a time, if that makes sense. So I was like every other streamer that scheduled certain days to play different games. So maybe DBD would be Monday, then a story based game Tuesday, and then DS3 Wednesday, but then I stopped. So, context, DBD is Dead by Daylight, DS3 is Dark Souls 3. Truthfully, I started as a mainly DS3 streamer, then moved to the schedule I was just talking about. I guess I just copied every other streamer's formula, thinking that would be best for me, but it wasn't. It was very hard to remember where I was and also to be good at the game because I would only touch it once a week. I would also have to learn a different game every day because every day felt like I was playing a different game. So there was no real way to complete anything. I didn't start playing one game at a time until I beat it, and it was a lot less stressful, and I was able to enjoy games again. That was the moment that streaming became fun, and I realized what I like streaming. I like streaming games to completion and also playing different genres I wouldn't really play on my own time. I try my best to go outside my comfort zone and play games I haven't really ever touched, but the story seems promising. Because I like both, what do I like more? Truthfully, I started with streaming, so I like it a lot more. I truthfully only started doing content creation because I was told you have to do YouTube while streaming. Then the way you get more views because the people that look at your videos on YouTube will go to your streams. Truthfully, that's more of a gamble, especially if you just started posting on YouTube from streaming. It's especially harder if all you post are VOD, because very few people want to watch hours of a VOD. I feel like the best way to get views is to make content from your VOD, especially if you don't want to create new content for your channel. Like I said earlier, it is a lot of work to edit all the VODs to make it into acceptable content, which is why a lot of times it would take months for creators to make content. This is why creating original or new content is better, because it will take less time to edit it all. I feel like you can do YouTube without streaming, but can't really do streaming without YouTube. Unless you stream on YouTube, then you should be fine, but it takes a lot to do content. My content is very simplistic, but still takes a bit of time to write a script, record, and edit. You have to have free time to do all this, but if you have a full-time job, then that wouldn't really be possible. Unless you hire an editor, which would free up your time, but then you would have to spend money to hopefully make money. Then again, if you like streaming or making content, but don't make money from it, it's just a hobby. I love this hobby of mine. I would never want to make it a job because of the fact that it takes the fun out of it. I can make content and stream because I'm usually waiting to be called to work, and then it could take a little to a day to a few months, so I never know. At the end of the day, I do more streaming than I can ever make content for YouTube. That's just a sad truth. I do as much as I can, so my YouTube is up to date because I feel like it is weird not to upload if you can do it. I try my best to get better as time passes, and I want to say I will get better. But truthfully, if my body wants to fight against me as I record, I can do so little. I still don't know why I'm fine streaming for hours, but as soon as it comes down to sitting for a bit to record, my throat decides that talking is a no go. But as long as I'm able to, I'll upload and hope you all join me on this journey. I am only the Incubus, and that has been my time. Wait, I feel like I haven't said why my send off is later days in a while, but it's a reference to the show The Weekenders. Anyway, later days. I love you all. Bye. See you all next week. Love you all. Mwah, mwah. Sending kisses consensually. Bye. Mwah.